So today, we're meeting someone with an interesting journey, all the way from Kenya. He's one of the biggest DJs in Berlin, in Europe. He's hot cake. When this guy play his music, everyone goes crazy in the club. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight, today on Out Talk Show. DJ Punizo, make some noise.
Yeah, man.
Wagwan, my guy.
Wow.
DJ Punizo,
Wagwan.
you good?
I'm nice. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Welcome to Our Talk Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man.
Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
I go by the name DJ Punizo, Chris Punizo. Some people call me Chris. Come from Kenya. Been in Germany for like 12 years. Give or take. Yeah, I'm a DJ, creative. Yeah, content creator. And so many other things. Yeah.
He's everything. Like, what more do you want from this guy? So, DJ Ponizo, where in Kenya did you grow up, and what are your childhood memories?
I I was born in Nanyuki, grew partly in Nanyuki, a place called Nanyuki in central Kenya, and then moved to the coast, Mombasa, a place called Kisauni. Yeah, memories, I have lots of memories. But the fondest one I have is we lived in an apartment next to a studio. And back then, that record label was it. The artist was so big, so I would just go to the studio and sit, watch them record. And till today, I hear the songs and I was sitting in the studio.
So, was this the beginning of your DJ life? Was it the thing that inspired you to become a DJ?
Not necessarily. I would say that's where my love for music started.
Wow. That's very interesting. So being a DJ means you got to understand music. You don't just get up tomorrow and say, I want to be a DJ. So you have to understand music. So Ponizo, coming to Germany, what are your when you moved to Germany, what were your thoughts when you came to Germany? Like, how did you think? Because people always have this fantasy when you go abroad. You know, it doesn't matter if you're going to Germany or you're going somewhere, if you're going to somewhere in Europe or somewhere in Africa, but just going away from your country to another country. We always have these imaginations. What were your imaginations when you left Kenya and you said, okay, I decide now I'm going to Europe to Germany? What did you think about Germany?
When what I thought about Germany, because I had wanted to come to Germany way before my mom even got here. So I would say I had been to Germany my whole childhood. So there was winter photos. There were photos that my mom would send us, and looked heavenly, looked heavenly. I I couldn't wait to be here.
Okay, so you see these pictures that are like showing winter because in Africa or in Kenya, we don't have winter. No, we have like the weather is warm and sweet, and winter everything is white, and you get excited. This is one of the things that got you excited. What more? What was your like? What did you think about Germany before you came? Like, I'm coming apart from the weather itself. What do you think that Germany is? What was your imagination like? If I get there, like, what are these dreams you had?
I used to play football, soccer. I was a goalkeeper. So Van der Sar, Oliver Kahn were my idols. So thinking about Germany, the first thought would be I'm going to play in the Bundesliga because that country opens doors. And I was hopeful. I was hopeful that my doors for football would be open.
So you see that sometimes you have dreams for things, but you gotta be like understand that life has its own things. Things can change, and he was like he wanted to be a footballer. He dreamed to become. He was dreaming to become a footballer, but now he's a DJ. So what were your expectations when you came to Germany, apart from being a footballer? Like, what did you think the country looks like? Like, what is expectation apart from winter? Like, how do you think like the country is like heaven? Like, what did you think? What about expectations you had for Germany?
Yo, I thought I thought Germany was the way I saw it in movies, you know. I couldn't wait to see myself in a place that is grown, that people go there and opportunities are there. So many things because the movies always lie, you know. So back then I was young, I didn't know better. So I thought I'm going to Hollywood.
That's good to know. My next question to you would be: you had this picture about Germany and what we see in the movies and everything. And so when you got here, what were the challenges you face as compared to back home?
When I got here, I realized like the first year, I realized I was living way better than people are living here. Like the first year, I would say unapologetically that I was living way better in Kenya than my first year here.
So you had a lot of challenges when you came here. So you said that before you came, you had this imagination of Germany, like what you see in the movies, and you also said that movies do lie, which means when you came here, you realized it wasn't what you imagined. So what made you change your mind that you had about Germany before you came? Why was it not that movie that you saw?
People are not nice. In the movies, people are smiling. People look good, but what I had in mind is not what I've the people I met here are not the people I used to see in the movies. The environment, the way people treat each other here, people are, in Kenya you make friends on the streets, but here nobody talks to you. Everyone is they are in a rat race. Everyone is focused on their own thing, and that was mad.
So when you come, you feel like lonely. I am so lonely.
Had nobody to touch me, man.
That's crazy. That's Germany. So you had these challenges. So you thought like Germany is this fantasy world that you see in the movies, and what do you think? And when you got here, you realized that it's not that. It's not what you thought or what you saw in the movies. Who's like the movies lie to us? So there's a movie and there's reality.
Yes,
Okay. And since you have been to Germany, you have been like 7 years in Germany?
12.
12 years in Germany. Damn. That's a long time. So I think you are the best ones. You fit this interview very well. You have been 7 years, 12 years in Germany. Can you tell me um, the difference between being in Germany in 12 years and being in Africa in 12 years?
The difference, it's a lot because there's both negative and positive. I'm for sure, I'm for sure that I can't sleep hungry here. I've never slept hungry, despite my financial situation, despite how broke I might be. Never slept hungry. But in Kenya, if you're not careful, you will suffer.
you go, you go so far.
Wahala day.
Wahala day. Okay. So, Ponizo,
Yeah, man.
where do you think prejudice come from? Does it come from what people were taught when they grew up? Or do you think it comes from personal experience? Or do you think the media, the news, movies have huge impact on what people think about Africa?
I think it's the way people were brought up, and lack of exposure. You are taught this is red, and you grew up knowing this is red, and you don't want to expose yourself to possibilities of learning, because someone could tell you this is red, but then there are so many shades of red. So you have to figure out which color and which one is red and which one is pink, which one is maroon. So the way people are raised up is the problem.
Wow. What you just said is describe exactly what the topic of today is. Before you judge me, get to know me. So I feel like people do judge people without knowing them because of the way they were brought up from kid, from like being babies and getting up. And for example, now you might see someone on the street hating on you because of who you are, because of how you look like. But then you ask yourself, like, why the hell do you judge me? You don't even know me. You know? Like you have this hate or this judgmental things in your mind about someone like me without even getting to know. Come close. Don't be scared. Come and talk to me. Get to know who I am. Let's have a conversation. You understand? So, like you said, I feel like it's more of upbringing, and I think the media, the news, the movies, they have a big influence and impact on how people see other people. You understand? Um, can you describe Africa in one word?
Yo, I would say heavenly. Africa is heavenly.
Now, can you describe Europe? Or no, let's talk about, yeah, we talk about the continent, okay? Let's just go on the country because then you have the experience on it. I can't say Africa because you haven't gone everywhere in Africa. Let's talk about, can you describe Kenya in one word?
Home.
Is it also heaven?
I think it's the capital city of heaven.
Now, can you describe Germany in one word based on your experiences?
Yo, that's a tough one. But I would say sustainable.
Sustainable. Okay. Now, you have you have had the opportunity in your life to see two continents. You have been in Africa and you have been in Europe. So, would you like someone in Germany who have never visited any country in Africa to visit Africa? Would that be a good advice for you? Will you advise someone to do that?